How to deal with rejection, a Stoic perspective. There is a moment in life that many of us will face, a moment where, despite all our hopes, despite the beating of the heart and the yearning for connection, we encounter rejection. You open yourself up, hoping that the girl you desire will feel the same way, but instead she pulls away. In that instance, a void may form within you, as though the world itself has withdrawn its favor. But we must remember, this moment is neither the end nor a tragedy. It is a test. The Stoics remind us that such moments are neither good nor bad in themselves. They simply are. Epictetus, a freed slave who later became a revered Stoic teacher, teaches that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. What we perceive as rejection is not the rejection itself that stings, but the meaning we attach to it. In our minds, we turn this event into something catastrophic. But is it truly so? Or is this an opportunity for us to learn something deeper about ourselves? We are not defined by whether another person accepts us, nor are we at the mercy of their whims. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When rejection comes, it is an invitation to cultivate something higher within ourselves: self-control, fortitude, and resilience. Rejection is not an obstacle. It is a sharpening stone for our character. Too often we fall into the trap of external validation. We seek approval from others, believing that their acceptance will fill some void within. Yet the Stoics would argue that this is a mirage, a distraction from the truth, that all we need, all we can ever truly rely upon, lies within ourselves. Seneca reminds us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In this case, craving the acceptance of another person makes us poor in spirit. Instead, we must strive for a richness that comes from within, a richness that cannot be touched by the opinions or rejections of others. To be Stoic is not to be indifferent, as some might mistakenly believe, but rather to understand that emotions, especially destructive ones like disappointment and despair, are within our control. When a girl says no, we are faced with a choice. Do we allow this rejection to lead us into anger, self-doubt, or a diminished sense of self-worth? Or do we take a deep breath, look inward, and remind ourselves that our value is not diminished by another's opinion? The Stoics believed that everything in life is a practice, a chance to strengthen our ability to navigate the world with grace. Just as a soldier does not complain when the battle is tough, so too must we not lament when things do not go as we had hoped. Rejection is a chance to practice resilience. It is a moment where we can choose to rise above the emotions that would otherwise pull us down. We must remember the teachings of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, who, after losing all his possessions in a shipwreck, famously remarked, "I made a prosperous journey when I suffered shipwreck." So too must we see rejection not as a loss, but as an opportunity, a moment where we are free to re-anchor ourselves to something deeper than fleeting emotions. This is not to say that rejection is painless, nor is it to suggest that we should ignore the disappointment we feel. A Stoic does not turn away from his emotions, but rather acknowledges them, examines them, and then chooses not to be enslaved by them. We must remember that pain, in any form, is temporary. Our control lies in how we respond, how we shape our inner world in the face of external events. In the end, rejection is a reminder of our autonomy. We do not control others. We do not control how they feel or what they desire. What we do control is how we navigate our inner state, how we rise from adversity with dignity and clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So when faced with rejection, let us not dwell in bitterness or self-pity. Let us instead use this moment to grow, to practice the virtues that will lead us to a stronger, more grounded existence. Let us use rejection as a lesson in resilience and self-mastery. The Stoics teach that adversity reveals character. In these moments of rejection, we have the opportunity to reveal the strength within us. This rejection, then, is not the end. It is the beginning of a greater journey, a journey toward inner fortitude, toward the mastery of self, and toward the realization that true acceptance lies not in the hands of another, but within our own hearts.